What's going on, peoples? What's happening? Today I'm doing is it's Hump Day Wednesday. You know, we're getting close to the end of this month. Uh, it's been extremely hot here in Atlanta. You know, it's extremely hot, and we got a storm out there that's brewing. First of all, I want to tell everybody, man, make sure that you're safe. You know, take heed to everything that comes across. These natural situations are, they're unexpected. You know, you might think that you have it under control, and all of a sudden something pops off and direction changes, and then all of a sudden, bam. You know, so that's the first thing that I would like to say is for the people that are, going through this, or if a storm is hitting and is flooding the area, or storms or whatever, please be safe. Second of all, doing the sin compromiso. I've talked about this one, I've talked about this one, I've talked about it. It's a really, really good cigar. The body of it is smooth. It's one of these kind of cigars that it's smooth enough to the point where you don't even really feel the strength of it. It's just very across the board, just like that. And I would recommend this to anyone. And this is up there with the Plasencia. This is, to me, I can only speak for myself, this is up there with the Plasencia, the Sanchez Gomez, the Cohiba M, the Riviera. This is up there with that. The Liberty Camacho. This is up there with that. The Ashton Symmetry. This is up there with that. I know a lot of people like the Liga line. I enjoy a good Liga. I definitely enjoy the number 9. The T52 is really sun-grony to me. Really peppery. Got a little bit of spicy kick to it. So you have to be ready for that. I will say anything that's kind of, to me, sun-grony, spicy, peppery, I have to be ready for that particular cigar. And that particular cigar, I'm always going to pair with certain types of food. If I'm eating anything, maybe exotic dishes, anything that's from another area, Mexican, anything that has a little bit of spice to it, that's when I would do I would definitely do something that's a more sun-grony, spicy, peppery, my father's type of deal, the Judge, something like that. LFD, the DL500, the DL700, the Gravedigger, because they're dealing with double Lajero. And once you start talking about Lajero, that's a whole different situation, because a lot of people don't even understand the concept of Lajero. Lajero is the top of the leaf. It gets all the nutrients. It gets all of the sun. And that's usually that's what they make into the body of your cigar, that Lajero, the wrapper, the leaf. It's going to be that. It's going to have all of that to it. I'm a big fan of Cameroon. I love Cameroon based upon the profile that it's very smooth. It's a very smooth leaf, and it's if anybody that don't know, Cameroons are one of the most expensive leaves that you can actually create your cigars with. So your Honduran leaves, your Dominican leaves, your Nicaraguan leaves, they all have their own different profiles. So once you identify which one of those profiles you like, and then you can start gearing yourself towards, hey, I like this style, that style. Even with Connecticut's and Naturals, I mean, you just got to figure out which one fits your palate. I talk about palate a lot because palates are identifiable to your taste buds. When you can identify what your palate is, it changes anything that you deal with in regards to taste. Your foods taste even more. They taste even more. They taste better. They taste, you can identify the peppers and the seasonings and the spices that they put into it, because what you've done is you've identified and grown your palate to be able to understand that. So when a person comes in and they say, hey, what are you getting? What kind of body are you getting from the cigar? Well, I'm getting a nutty taste. I'm getting a cocoa taste, and dark chocolate taste. I'm getting earth tones to it. I'm getting spices. I'm getting a caramel hint to it. That's when you can start to identify, hey, all right, I can taste it. We go through life. Life is a book of bad as it is. We don't need to add additional stress to our lives. Identify people that are in your corner. Identify enemies that are coming for you. Identify people that are there for the ride. And identify people that are there to support you. Once you can identify those particular things, it'll kind of help you with your decision process. Keeping people around you, keeping people in your circle. Everybody don't need to be in your circle. Everybody don't deserve to be in your circle. So identify that. Y'all tell me what you're smoking. If y'all got any questions about anything, about any particular brand, I pretty much have tried a lot of faces out there. There's not too many faces that I haven't tried. Anybody that knows me, they come in to me and they ask me for a recommendation. I'm pretty solid on my recommendations. I'm gonna ask the right questions to make sure that I can get them into the right experience, so that they can enjoy that cigar. I'm not going to try to give them something that I smoke and they are not able to identify and understand what it is that they're doing. If you're a newbie, there's nothing wrong with being a newbie. There's nothing wrong with that. At least you identifying the simple fact that you're at a starting point. It's not about that. It's about how you develop and grow and understand this craft of what these guys do when they create these cigars. So what I would say to you, and that is, we were all green at some point in time. At some point in time, we were all green. We didn't come out the womb smoking, the best of the best, that type of situation. So identify. Once you identify, then you can come across and say, hey, listen, this is what I like. I keep saying, take your label off and put it in a notepad. Write down your experience with that particular brand. That way, when you're going through and you can say, hey, I've tried this, I've tried that, I've tried that. This is what I got from this. This is what I got from that. I didn't like this one. I didn't like this one. I did like that one. But you can just identify and say, hey, this is what I like. And then you'll know. I'm going to talk about something that is dear to my heart. And I've always mentioned it. I'll admit, Be around people that have your best interests at heart. Be around people that allow for you to be who you are. Be around people that support you. You don't have to necessarily agree all the times, but be around people that support you. They're going to give you the real. If what you're talking is some bullshit, they're going to tell you it's bullshit. You know, like the little kids say, bullshit, bullshit, that's bullshit. Because you need to be humbled every now and then. But identify that if somebody's coming at you, know that they're coming at you because they want you to be the best at what you're doing, and as opposed to being envious of anything that you're doing. Everybody don't need to know what you're doing. And I'll be the first one to admit it. That's one of my, my hang-ups is that, I get so excited with the process of coming up with new ideas and new things and new opportunities that I want to share it. And what I've had to realize and understand is that everybody is not at the same level that you are. They're not in the same position that you are. Everybody, some people just might be, they might be perfectly fine with the level of where they are. And they don't want to see anything more. They don't want to do anything more. They're completely okay with where they are in their life. And you have to be able to identify those type of people. There's nothing wrong with them. That's just what they want in their life. And they're perfectly fine with what they have in their life. So for me, that's cool. But when you look at it from a standpoint of what I want out of my life, what type of lifestyle that I want to have, you want to find someone that you can share that lifestyle with. I love seeing, when I say something to someone, or we have a certain meal somewhere, or we eating something that they maybe have never tried before, to see their eyes light up. The first bite, the first smoke, the first taste, the first feel, the first emotion, the first part of knowing that you got a person's back and they're looking at you like, man, I've never experienced this in my life. And they're able to identify it and offer that to them, So choose wisely. Choose wisely. Because if you choose wrong, it can be damaging for you. It can really, truly be damaging for you. So I'm going to say this and end this off this way. Smoke well, my friends. Enjoy life. Make good decisions. Be around good people. Find out what your number is. And work towards getting to that number. Work towards getting towards your goal. If people don't understand, if they don't see your vision, hey man, that's their shortcomings. That's their shortcomings. You ain't got nothing to do with that. Do what you got to do to become the person that you need to become. Do what you got to do to place yourself in a position to be successful. Do what you got to do and put yourself around good people that have similar interests. Similar interests. Enjoy. Don't forget to comment, subscribe to my page, like it, do all of that type of stuff. It's free. I'm not asking you for you to go out here and write a paragraph. Tell me what you're smoking. Tell me what you're drinking on. Tell me how was your day. Tell me what's happening with you. I'm here. I will say that we are going to. I've reached a buddy of mine who reached out to me who has the outdoor gun range. We are going to do that. We are going to do that. We're just trying to figure out logistics as far as how we're going to get down and the events of the day. But what we're looking at trying to do is we're going to pick a Saturday. We're going to go down, and my man has about 150 to 160 acres down South Georgia, and he has an outdoor range. We're going to go out. We're going to enjoy ourselves. We're going to hit targets. We're going to have bets. We're going to have all of this kind of stuff going on. We're going to put the guns up, and we're going to have a barbecue. And we're going to sit back and we're going to, congregate with like-minded people. And we're going to have a good time. We're looking at about 20 people, 20, 25 people on that. I'm also looking at the first part of March of 2024. We are doing, I'm waiting for the paperwork to come back in, the price sheet to come back in for DR. We're going to do a DR trip, and we're going to visit a couple of factories over there. I think we put it out as 5 days. We'll leave out on a Thursday, come back on a Tuesday. It's 5 days. It's all inclusive. And it's also your flight. So you pay one price, and it includes your flight, your food, your alcohol, cook, chef, your drive to, and we're going to do some factory tours. Now, it's not going to include your factory tour price, but it's going to include all of your basic models of getting there, eating, drinking, your stay, all of that. If people want to go fishing, we're going to have fishing excursions. I reached out to a couple of people that have factories in DR. We're going to go there. I got my man Jay with Big Boy Cigars. We're going to go by his factory. We're going to try to go by LFD's factory and see if we can get in there. So if we got any LFD fans, if we have any Big Boy fans, we're going to try to go there. Maybe even try to sneak in a ROM tour, for you guys that like ROM. So reach out to me, send me a comment, and I'll keep you advised as far as when that's coming along. But probably within the next week or so, I should have those details and all of that. The one thing that we are knowing that is going to be is that once you get your flight booked, it's non-refundable. But up until you get your flight details, it's a go. You can ask for a refund, all of this kind of thing. But once we book your flight, it's kind of going to lock you in. And also, the people that are helping me with this trip, if you need your passports, you want to go ahead and get that done now. And they can assist you with getting your passports and all of that kind of stuff done too. So if you don't have your passports, the travel agent that I'm dealing with, they'll be able to assist you with that. It's going to include flight, and I think everything's going to be off of Delta's nonstop, one way over, and we're going to just sit back and enjoy ourselves. We're going to film the event. Everything's going to be done. We're going to edit it, put it on for everything, just showing the experience. That way you can learn about the culture of growing, what is actually put in the cigars that you're smoking, how you're going about rolling. We're going to have some rollers that come in and show you how they roll, and maybe allow for you to try to roll some yourself. Those type of things. So we got some things that are lined up for you in 2024. Some things that are lined up for you in 2024. They're going to come at you. Smoke well, my friends. Enjoy. Comment, like, subscribe. Do it all.